Hello, queens and kings. My name is Thandeka Shabangu. If it's your first time here, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So, I got a request on the pattern that we're doing, the rainbow pattern, that I should do another video to complete the third triangle, just to make sure that everyone understands well. So let's get started. Let's hop on. So this is where we left off previously, and the aim for this video is to finish off the third triangle, the red dome that we have on top. So now I'm going to pick up 4 beads because I'm turning, and every time we turn we pick up 4 beads. Going to take my needle, insert it into the central bead, and then I pull. And then I pick up 3 white beads. Take my needle and I insert it into the central bead. So the aim is to bring back down the red dome. Now I'm going to pick up 3 blue beads. And then I pick out 3 yellow beads. Yellow mellow. Take my needle, insert it into the central bead, and then I pull. So now I'm going to pick up 4 red beads. Remember, we have to close our dome. So our triangle went up, so now it must come down. What goes up must come down. So 4 red beads. I take my needle and I insert it into the central bead. Then I pull. Then I pick up. Remember, what goes up must come down. 3 yellow beads. Then I pull. What goes up must come down. We are also closing the blue by picking up 3 blue beads. And then I pick up 3 white beads. Take my needle, set it into the central bead, and then I pull. Yay! So now we're going to pick up 4 white beads. I take my needle and I insert it into the central bead. We're trying to complete the triangle. And then we move on to the border, the blue border that is around our white triangle, by picking out 3 blue beads. We're bringing it down. Then we pick up 3 yellow beads. We move on to the yellow border. And then we pick up 3 red beads. So now, as you can see, the red border that is on the outside creating the dome has to come down. So that means when we are at this point, this is where we start introducing a new color for our second triangle. A new color for our second triangle. So now you're at this point. So when you get to this point, you should be able to envision how it should turn out. I have these cutouts. So remember, for group 2, we have orange, dark green, and light green. So this will be the dome that comes on the outside. And this will be the second color. And then I decide on orange. And then I have my white. So this is how it should be. And then also, let me shift it. When we get to group 2, we will have, let me fix this one nicely. We will have our blue on the outside using my group 1 colors. Then I'll have my, then I have my yellow. And then I have my red. And then I have my white triangle. So these are all just borders that are outside the main white triangle. You see? Because if you remove the borders, you are left with the triangle. You remove the borders, you are left with the triangle. So this is how your borders should be. The main domes, you see, like the dark green, it's on the outside, and the dark blue, it's on the outside. You see? I hope this makes sense. Because I thought, you know what, maybe if we look at this without using beads, it might explain more clearer. So maybe the confusion becomes here. So make sure that you always have in the intersection, let me call it that, you have all your 6 colors. This is an intersection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have all your 6 colors. This is an intersection. Make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But even though you have those 6 colors, you have your group 1 colors that covers the white triangle. You have your group 2 colors that covers your white triangle. So on and so forth. You have these solid colors that covers your white triangle. You have these drawn out colors that covers your white triangle. Make sure that the intersection, you have your 6 colors. I hope that makes sense. So now I'm starting to introduce the colors from the second group. I'm creating an intersection where I'll have my 6 colors. But the first group, the colors will be going down, covering the white triangle. And the second group, the colors will be going up. The colors are going up. We're going up, meeting the TP, the turning points, and then going down. but we also at the same time creating an intersection of those 6 colors. So I introduce my green. From, here's my green, I pick up 4 green beads. And then I insert my needle. And then I pick out 3 red beads. Then I insert my needle. Then I pick out 3 yellow beads. Then I insert my needle. So, queens and kings, I've been going to the gym since last year. I've been on and off since last year. But towards the end of the year, I started becoming very serious. I must say, I feel good. But I feel good. What can I say? Emotionally, but physically, when I cough, it's a struggle. When I laugh, it's a struggle. Yo, but it's all worth it. 1 white bead and 3 blue beads. This is because we are finishing off the triangle, the main event that we are covering with our group 1 colors. Today was app day, so we're doing mountain climbing, we were doing planks, we also did squats. Yay. Then we pick up 3 yellow beads. So our coach tells us that by September, she wants to see a flat stomach. I laugh because, girl, this tummy of mine needs a miracle. And then I pick up 3 red beads. I need a miracle to have a flat tummy, but it's gonna happen, but not for September. I need a miracle for that. But if you say, give me 2 years, yeah, give me 2 years. Then I pick up 3 red beads. You know what I enjoy about gym the most? Now I'm going to pick up 3 green beads. Pick up 3 dark green beads. What I like about gym is the fact that I'm still struggling with food in terms of diet and all those things. And I know what I can do to make sure that I lose weight. Cut out carbs and sugar. So I would be like, okay, I'm starting. Today is a Monday, I'm starting. And then I pick up 4. I'm introducing the bead, the frame. And then I'll stop eating carbs. For the whole day, I'll be good. And then even at night, I'll have my veggies and meat. Everything is good. Everything is going okay. 3 dark green beads. So when I eat veggies, I don't know why this happens specifically at night. So I would eat my veggies and meat, and I'll be so full. And then after 30 minutes, my tummy will be like, girl, it's time for bread and tea. Remember, I'm cutting out bread. I'm cutting out rice. I'm cutting out potato, even potatoes. I'm anything that says carbs. I'm cutting out flour. So my body is like, um, it's time for tea and bread. And then I have the tea and bread. So I feel guilt free that, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to remove this tea and bread by doing 100 squats, you know? So I feel less guilty. So that's what I love about gym. While I'm still struggling on the food department, I can also mask that problem. So I can cover it up, you know. But I know for a fact that if I was doing both gym and food, I would be, I would be a slice of bread. So I pick up one blue and three yellow. I would be a slice of bread by now. I mean, I'm already a snack. Can you imagine how even hot I will be? But it's okay. It's one of those flaws about myself that I've accepted and embraced. So I'm like, at least I'm going to the gym. How? And I am losing the weight. So what do you want from me? Hmm? So I now pick up three red beads. Then I pull nice and tightly. And then I pick up three green beads. Three dark green beads. Take my needle, I insert it into the central. My thread is running short, so it's making me work so hard. And then I pick up my three light green beads. So now I have to introduce my orange by picking up four orange beads. Maybe this orange doesn't want to be used. It keeps slipping away. So now I'm going to pick up three orange beads. I'm introducing the orange. Let me change my thread and I'll come back so that I can be nice and comfortable, so that we can close the red dome, and then I think I'll stop there. Three, I've joined my thread nicely. Remember to trim, to get deep, to cut out the thread deeply. I really suggest that you use a nail cutter, but I also suggest that you buy a specific one that you use for beads, because that's nasty. That is just nasty. Insert your needle into the central bead and then you pull. And then I pick up 3 green beads. See, right now I am thinking about my bread and tea. Oh, and then another thing when it comes to tea, so I have to remember, I cut out on carbs and sugar, and then I'm like, okay, sugar, I'm planning to gradually leave it. You know, don't wake up and be like, I'm not having sugar no more. 3 red beads. Wait, 3 red beads. Take my needle and set it. So currently I have 2.5 teaspoons of sugar. Then I'm like, okay, so I'm going to start by having 2 teaspoons of sugar for a week, and then the next week I'll reduce to having 1 teaspoon of sugar, and then eventually I will completely cut off sugar in my tea. 1 yellow, 2 red. Closing off now, we're closing off. This is the last line that we're going to do. And then I'll make my tea. Then I add my sugar, add my tea bag, add my cremora, add my water. And then I'm like, oh no, I was not supposed to have 2.5 teaspoons of sugar. Yeah. And then I'm like, oh well, I did not kill anyone. So my mom likes to say that. It's like, ang bulalanga muntu. When she's about to, when she knows that she's going to make a bad decision, she's like, well, I didn't kill anyone, so I'm not going to make myself go through that. Okay, so this is where we're going to stop. Let's grab, so this is our dark green, our light green, and our orange. And all of these are, let me just put it on a flat surface, it's fine. And all of these are borders that are meant for this white triangle. And then you create an intersection whereby all your 6 colors meet by adding the colors for the group 2. So when you finish closing your dark green, this green, as you're going up, when you get to the turning point and going down, you start introducing the other group of colors. So you when you get to the corner, keep introducing your colors, and then eventually you will close off with your white triangle, and do the same throughout. So you can play with your colors. By playing with your colors, I mean you don't always have to do blue, yellow, red. You can switch it up and have red and have blue and have yellow. Switch it up the same as I did here. See, we had red, we had yellow, and then we had blue. And here we had yellow, we had blue, we had red for our group 1 colors. And then for our group 2 colors, we had orange, dark green, and light green. And here we have dark green, light green, and orange. Switch it up a bit. Or if you Depends on how you want it. It all depends on how you want it. So the intersection, before you add your white triangles, make sure that at your intersection, your colors are complete. All your 6 colors. These are the intersection. This is what I mean by intersection. Orange, light green, dark green, red, green. I almost said red, green, like it's one color. Red, yellow, and blue. All your 6 colors. Intersection, all your 6 colors. Intersection, all your 6 colors. But even though you have your intersection, make sure that the colors are going into different direction. One color is facing that way, and the other colors are facing downwards. You see? Yeah, queens and kings, I hope this was able to explain it thoroughly. I mean, I even cut out papers. How? Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Remember to respect yourself. Remember to love yourself and have fun. If you love the content that you're seeing, please consider subscribing. See you on the next video. Now it's time for me to make that tea and bread. Bye.